A very warm afternoon, esteemed dignitaries, Honorable President Shri Sanjay Bansal, Honorable Vice President Mr. Aman Bansal, Honorable Vice Chancellor Professor Ajay Kumar, esteemed delegation of Association of Microbiologists of India, Founding Chairman AMSc Professor R.C. Kuhar, President AMI Professor Prince Sharma, Professor Namita Singh, General Secretary AMI, delegation from AMI, scientists, delegates, deans, faculties, scholars, participants, and my dear students. I welcome you all to the 66th AMI Annual International Conference and Research Conclave, supported by DBT, ANRF, DRDO, CSIR, and UCOST. We are deeply honored by your gracious presence, which add immense value and inspiration to this distinguished gathering. We are honored to welcome our Honorable Chief Guest, Dr. Ranjit Sinha, IAS, Secretary Higher Education, Government of Uttarakhand. Welcome, sir. Can I have a huge round of applause? We are also honored to welcome our Honorable Guest of Honor, Director IISER Bhopal, Professor Dr. Govardhan Das. Welcome, sir. Welcome to Dev Bhoomi Uttarakhand University. Your guidance, vision, and contribution continues to motivate the academic and research community to strive for excellence in microbiology and allied sciences. We are truly delighted to have you among us as we celebrate innovation, collaboration, and spirit of scientific discoveries. This conference is supported by High Media, Thermoscientific, Abdos, Gale, IGL, Ester India, Global Medkit, Lab Technologies, and with knowledge partners as ZSI, LN, American Society for Microbiology, Microbiological Society, London, and KIT Bhubaneswar.
As we commence this prestigious gathering, let us begin the tradition that immortalizes both heart and minds. The lighting of ceremonial lamp is a sacred act that symbolizes the dispelling of darkness and pursuit of knowledge and truth. May I now invite our distinguished dignitaries to kindly join us for lamp lighting ceremony and start this beautiful evening, inaugural ceremony of 66th International Conference and a conclave being organized by Dev Bhoomi Uttarakhand University and AMI. Can we have a huge applause for giving up this beautiful start of the day with the lamp lighting ceremony.
Requesting our honorable dignitaries to kindly be seated on the dais.
Now I request everyone to kindly stand at their respective places for the national anthem.
जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा तब शुभ नामे तब शुभ आशीष मांगे गाए तब जय गाथा जन गण मंगल दायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
A sapling represents new beginning, continuous growth and sustainability, values that align with development and success. With this, may I humbly request Honorable President, Dev Bhoomi Uttarakhand University, Shri Sanjay Bansal, to kindly present a sapling to our chief guest, Dr. Ranjit Kumar Sinha. Thank you, sir. May I again request Honorable President, sir, to kindly welcome our guest of honor, Professor Govardhan Das, Director ISER, with a sapling. Can I have a huge round of applause? Thank you, sir. May I request Honorable Vice President, Dev Bhoomi Uttarakhand University, Mr. Aman Bansal, to kindly present a sapling to the founding chairman, AMSc, Professor R.C. Kuhar. Thank you, sir. May I humbly request Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dev Bhoomi Uttarakhand University, Professor Ajay Kumar, to kindly present a sapling to President AMI, Professor Prince Sharma. Thank you, sir. May I request the organizing secretary of the conference, Professor Nabil Ahmed, to kindly present a sapling to the AMI General Secretary, Professor Namita Singh. Thank you, sir.
It is now my distinct honor to invite on the podium the visionary academician and the leader and the driving force behind our institution success, our respected Vice Chancellor at Dev Bhoomi Uttarakhand University, Professor Ajay Kumar. Professor Kumar's commitment to the academic excellence and research advancement has inspired both and students faculty alike. Please join me in welcoming Professor Ajay Kumar, the Vice Chancellor at Dev Bhoomi Uttarakhand University, for his inaugural address.
Good afternoon, everyone. Honorable Chief Guest of the Day, Dr. Ranjit Kumar Sinha ji, Secretary, Technical and Higher Education, Honorable President of our University, Sri Sanjay Bansal ji, Honorable Vice President of our University, Sri Aman Bansal ji, Honorable Guest of Honor, Dr. Gordhan Das ji, Director IISR Bhopal, President AMI, Professor Prince Sharma ji, Founding Chairman AMC, Professor R.C. Quad, Organizing Secretary, Dr. Nabil ji, General Secretary, Dr. Namita Singh Madam, our Pro-Vice Chancellors, distinguished researchers, respected colleagues, and my dear participants. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to the 66th AMI Annual International Conference and Research Conclave on the topic of Next Generation Microbiology Education, Innovation and Research for Economy, Energy and Environment, being hosted from the 12th of November to 15th of November 2025 at Dev Bhoomi Uttarakhand University. It is truly a proud and historic moment for us to host this prestigious gathering of eminent scientists, academicians, and participants from across India and across the world. This event marks not only a celebration of academic excellence, but also a milestone in the journey of our young and dynamic university. Allow me to share a brief reflection on our institution's journey. Dev Bhoomi Uttarakhand University was established in the year 2021, evolving from the Dev Bhoomi group of institutions. Founded in 2005 under the visionary leadership of our Honorable President Sri Sanjay Bansal ji. His relentless pursuits of excellence and commitment to education have been the guiding force behind our growth. Today, Dev Bhoomi Uttarakhand University stands as a center of academic vibrancy, innovation, and holistic development, with 11 constituent schools, including the School of Engineering and Computing, School of Pharmacy, School of Hotel Management, School of Journalism and Liberal Arts, School of Nursing, Dev Bhoomi Medical College of Paramedical Sciences, School of Commerce and Management, School of Architecture, School of Applied Science, and School of Law. We have created a multidisciplinary ecosystem and nurture both knowledge and creativity at this university. My dear participants, I am happy to share with you all, our campus is home to nearly 9,000 students and a dedicated team of more than 400 faculty and staff members whose constant commitment to teaching, research and innovation continue to the shape of the future of learners. We constantly strive to update our curricula, strengthen industry academia, linkages and encourage a research culture that addresses local and national priorities and global challenges. At Dev Bhoomi Uttarakhand University, we dream of nurturing a community of lifelong learners, individuals who think deeply, act boldly, and lead with purpose. Our vision is not just to educate minds, but to awaken curiosity, creativity, and courage at this university. Our mission is to constantly raise the bar of excellence, to create a learning environment that inspires innovation, encourages research, and empowers a student to face the world with the confidence and compasses, guided by the spirit of Siddhi Bharvati Kramaja. Siddhi Kram se hi प्राप्त होती है, success is born of action. We believe that every effort, every idea, and every dream have the power to transform lives and build a better tomorrow. My dear participants, this conference serves a vibrant platform for intellectual exchange, a convergence of ideas, innovations, and inspiration. It aims to promote deep discussions and collaborations in the ever-evolving field of microbiology, an area that continues to impact human health, environment, and industry in profound ways. To our young researchers, I would like to say, seize the opportunity to learn, question, and explore. Let this experience ignite your curiosity and motivate you to push the frontiers of knowledge even further. Remember, the spirit of research is not just in discovery, but in the courage to ask the right questions. As the Vice Chancellor of Dev Bhoomi Uttarakhand University, I once again extend a warm and heartfelt welcome to all the participants. May this conference pave this way for meaningful discussions, lasting collaborations, and remarkable achievements. Thank you all for being a part of this grand occasion. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat, Jai DBUU.
Thank you so much, sir. It is now my privilege to invite a very dynamic leader whose vision and dedication have continuously shaped the growth and excellence of Dev Bhoomi Uttarakhand University. Mr. Aman Bansal, our respected Vice President, stands for innovation, integrity, and relentless pursuit of academic and institutional advancement. May I request Mr. Aman Bansal to deliver the opening remarks and share his thoughts on the goal and aspiration of this international conference and the research conclave. Over to you, sir.
Good afternoon to everyone present here. First of all, I would like to thank our chief guest for today's inauguration ceremony, Dr. Ranjit Kumar Sinha, the Secretary of Higher Education, Uttarakhand. Thank you, sir, for sparing time of your busy schedule and making it possible to inaugurate and grace the occasion. I would also like to thank Dr. Govardhan Das, who made it possible to come from all the way to Madhya Pradesh, that is Bhopal, and grace the occasion as guest of honor. I'm sure after this, when during the sir's keynote speech, the students, the people present in the house will actually learn and understand a lot about the topic and about the agenda what he'll be speaking on. Thank you very much, sir. And at last, the biggest thank you to the AMI team, Dr. R.C. Kohad, Dr. Prince Sharma, and Dr. Navita Singh, that they chose our university, the Dev Bhoomi Uttarakhand University, as the first private institute in the country to host this prestigious conference. This is the 66th edition happening in 2025. Prior to this, all the 65 editions have happened in government institutes, universities, and agencies. Thank you very much, sir, ma'am. Talking about the topic of the conference, that is the next gen microbiology education, innovation, research for the development of economy, environment. If we understand the meaning of microbiology, it exists in everything in the world. When we talk about, हम जो हिंदी में बोलते हैं कि एक एक कण में बसा हुआ है microbiome. Probably if you have touched the surface or anything, or maybe if you hold a bottle or you hold your phones, which I think no one leaves in this era, you actually touch upon so many biomes. You actually touch upon so many microbiomes. And microbiome is the foundation of the healthcare industry, of the research, of the innovation. The topic says the next gen microbiology education, innovation, and research, because none of them can happen alone. If you see, education only happens when there is a gap. The gap shall be filled by innovation, by research. And by that research and innovation happens. Because when we have our ChatGPT in hands, I don't think anyone refers to books anymore. Because everything is available on your hand, on the phones. So during this era, the topic of the conference holds a very, very, very vital role. Probably some years ago, we used to say that the country is strong when we have a good army. Probably in 2021, when the world suffered COVID, the COVID-19 era, everyone actually said that the country which has a good medical healthcare facility is the developed country, has the veto power. And to have a very good healthcare infrastructure in a country, you have to analyze, you have to do a significant and magnificent research of biomes and microbiomes. Because the antidote for COVID which was produced, it was done after enormous research on the virus, and the virus is actually a microbiome. So when we talk about this topic, and over 3 to 4 days, there are different plenary sessions, there are different talks, there are different and significant people, learned people coming from all the way to their town, to their cities across the country, will be here to portray, to tell what is happening in the industry, in the academics, in the research, and what is the innovation happening to make this country a developed nation. The second half of the topic says, in the development of economy, environment, when a student is educated, when a proper research happens, when a very good innovation happens, the infrastructure is built, and all of it will lead to a developed nation, developed economy, developed environment to live in, to sustain in, to research about. If we think, so when we talk about microbiology, I think many people in the country, when we talk about the population of 140 crore population of the country, many people are not aware about this domain at all. So this conference gives a very good platform to the students, to the people participating, to the people who are actually listening to the conference in an online mode, that what actually the microbiology is. Because when we talk about science, one is computer science, which has actually given birth to artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is embedded in every domain, every industry of this world. I think without AI, nothing, no step forward can happen. Because we should see, and we should actually take this in our soul, that AI should be used as our own assistant. It should not be used to substitute us. If artificial intelligence is used in a very meritorious role, that we make it as a companion, I think wonders can happen. Now when we talk about science, every domain in science talks about microbiome. That is the study which is called microbiology. Recently, if all the educators, all the academicians must have read about NEP. So microbiology has also become an integral part of NEP. And this is only happened in orientation to the skill-based course. The talks are happening at the central government, wherein the microbiology should be made a mandate in all the domains of education for hands-on training, and should be made a skill-based course. So you can imagine the level of importance this domain actually has. Now when we talk about research, I do not think that this domain, the healthcare domain, has any end to research. When computers came into existence, we were only researching about technology. Now we have AI into existence, because AI is doing too much on technology front. Now the research domain area lies upon healthcare. And any research upon healthcare will only happen on a virus to produce an antidote, or to produce or to make a solution. Like recently, we have witnessed a vaccination which has been produced by China. which is reversing the type 2 diabetes also. So that is none other than a very integral and significant research which has happened on virus. That virus has multiple millions of microbiomes. Over the 4 days, you'll be having so many speakers who will be talking about that. I wish a grand success to the team, to all the participants, to all the delegates, to all the students. Students, whenever you attend a session, please keep your ears open and keep a handbook and a pen in your hand. If you have a phone, probably your phone will have less of battery and you will not be able to take notes. It might die. But when you have a pen and a paper and a pen filled with ink, a new pen, I'm sure the full 4 days you will be jotting down many points for your well-being in future. This is the future of data. This is the future of technology. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your kind words. Moving forward, to help us to understand the legacy and the vision of the distinguished organization, it is my honor to introduce the Professor Namita Singh, the General Secretary of the Association of Microbiologists of India. It is established in 1938. AMI is one of India's oldest and most reputed scientific organizations devoted to advancing microbiology in research, teaching, innovation. With over 5,300 live and annual members, AMI fosters excellence, collaboration, and pursuit of the scientific breakthroughs of both national and global platforms. This association is proudly publishes the respected Indian Journal of Microbiology, providing a forum for original research and scholarly exchange over these 6 decades. May I request Professor Namita Singh to kindly address the gathering and share more about the vision, mission, and impact of AMI on Thus with Today.
Good afternoon, everyone. Respected dignitaries, esteemed guest, Shri Ranjit Sinha ji, Secretary Higher Education and Technical Education Government of Uttarakhand, guest of honor, Shri Govardhan Das, Director IISER Bhopal, Dr. Prince Sharma, President AMI, Professor R.C. Kohar, Chairman AMSc, respected faculty members of Dev Bhoomi University and all present here off the desk and on the desk. A very good afternoon to all of you. It gives me immense pleasure to extend a warm and heartfelt welcome to you all on behalf of the Association of Microbiologists of India, especially to our distinguished guests from USA, UK, Korea, Japan, Uzbekistan, and China, who has joined us today as an expert of this event. Our respect to all the AMI past president present here and all the CC members of our association, Dr. Lili Ganju, Professor Meenu Sharaf, Dr. Meenakshi Prasad, Professor Vasudevan, Professor S.S. Dudeja, Professor U. Shiva Kumar, and respected President Shri Sanjay Bansal ji, Mr. Bansal, Vice President, Dev Bhoomi University, Uttarakhand, Organizing Secretary, 66 AMI Conference, Dr. Nabil Ahmed and Dr. Neeraj Singhvi, my fellow members of AMI. I am standing here today to introduce our association, Association of Microbiologists of India, established in 1938 with a group of microbiologists. Only 15 microbiologists started that organization in the 1938. Now we have celebrating 87 years anniversary of our association. Presently, we have 5,863 live members, 450 corporate members, and 130 annual members who are working with us day and night to improve the microbiological education, research and innovation in our country. I extend my deepest gratitude to our graduate host, Dev Bhoomi University, Uttarakhand University, especially to our vision, mission and support for organizing this event successfully for 4 days. A special note to appreciation goes to all the sponsors, collaborators and partners of this event. The wholeheartedly spirit of AMI has been a guiding force in nurturing talent, fostering research and bridging academia with industry since its inception in the year 1938. It is my privilege to introduce and organize that prestigious event in the Dev Bhoomi University to continue the development, especially in the field of innovation and startups sessions they introduced first time in this very conference. Other than this, our organization is running some to initiate or to, you can say, the propagate the innovations and the research. We also honored our researchers in India in the senior scale and the junior scale. Every year we awarded six awards for the young scientists and some of the awards for the young researchers who are presenting their research in the conferences. This year we especially organized some special award in collaboration with Springer, which is our co-publishers of our Indian Journal of Microbiology. It is a 64 years old journal. We started in the 1960. Now we are running the 64th year. And poster as well as the 12 awards for the oral presentation for the young students. Okay, so my request to all the participants, and you can say that congratulate to you all to participating this event and enthusiastically, and you present your research. Definitely you will get a very good mentorship from our seniors who are attending our conference. So other than this, we also focusing on the school, you can say school education and then school research, and we are, you can say, motivating them to participate and just to educate the person who are involved in the sciences. Okay, the microbiology is not only the science, it's a general knowledge also and then general awareness also, because as we know that in the future we have a very big problem related with the multi-drug resistance microorganism. Okay, so if once you start educating your children, definitely you have a very good future, and the children know how to manage the waste of produce and then waste produced by them in the country. That this is a completely well known fact that if we don't know the microbiology, we don't know anything in this world, because microorganisms are the organism which can survive in any extreme conditions. So with this word I can say, and I can congratulate the Dev Bhoomi University, and I also invite you all for the 4th day of this event. Then you can participate and just enjoy the scientific temperament and scientific endeavors delivered during this process. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am, for telling us more about AMI. Moving forward, now I request our Joint Secretary for this conference, Dr. Nirjara, to tell us more about this conference.
The 66th annual international conference and the research conclave of Association of Microbiologists of India is being held with the theme Next Gen Microbiology Education, Innovation and Research for Economy, Energy and Environment. The conference brings together leading scientists, educators and students from across the globe to discuss advancements that shape the future of microbiology. Over the 4 days, participants will engage in dynamic programs of scientific sessions, workshops, presentations, and collaborative opportunities. This event is a conference of knowledge, innovation, and collaboration aimed at exploring the frontiers of microbiology and its allied disciplines. Over the coming days, the conference will feature a series of enriching sessions, including the keynote lectures by eminent speakers, the plenary dialogues, and invited presentation that will set the tone for thought-provoking discussions. The parallel technical sessions will highlight cutting-edge research in areas such as microbial biotechnology, infectious disease, genomics, nanotechnology, environmental microbiology, and bioinformatics, reflecting the diversity and depth of our scientific community. In addition to the scientific deliberation, the conference also includes poster sessions and young researcher forums that provide an excellent opportunity for students and early career scientists to showcase their work and receive valuable feedbacks from experts. The Industry Academia Interaction session will focus on translating research into innovation and real-world experiences, along with its application, while panel discussions will address global challenges and sustainable solutions through microbiology. As we participate in these diverse sessions, let us take this opportunity to share ideas, build collaborations, and inspire one another to push the boundaries of scientific discoveries. Together, let us make this conference a memorable milestone in our collective journey towards excellence and innovation.
Thank you, ma'am, for telling us more about this conference. Now it is the time to hear from the Honorable President of Association of Microbiologists of India, Professor Prince Sharma. He is a distinguished academician researcher currently serving in the Department of Microbiology at Punjab University, Chandigarh. His visionary leadership and exceptional contribution to the field has advanced both the scope and reputation of AMI on national and international platform. Over to you, sir.
Thank you. Respected Chief Guest, Dr. Ranjit Sinha ji, Secretary, Higher Education, Uttarakhand. Respected Guest of Honor, Dr. Govardhan Das ji, Director, IISER Bhopal, President of Dev Bhoomi University, Vice President of this and Vice Chancellor of Dev Bhoomi University, Dr. Kohar, Chairperson of the Academy of Microbiological Sciences, all my colleagues, organizers, Dr. Nabil, Dr. Nirjara and their team. On behalf of the AMI, as President of the Association of Microbiologists of India, I welcome all the delegates from India and from abroad, all the students to this 66th AMI conference, which for the first time we are holding it in a private university in Dehradun. You have been listening to AMI, about AMI, what is AMI, and you have been listening to about Dev Bhoomi University. And let me dwell upon something about this conference, the theme that this conference is how it is going to increase the scientific temper, keeping in mind the recent frontiers on which the scientists are working. The recent things where we want that all of you should participate with us. Recent things which you should be knowing that where the science is going, from traditional to modern to futuristic. My dear friends, conferences like this 66 AMI conference, these are for learning, for sharing knowledge, for networking, for collaborations, to come up with new ideas and thus improving the research standards. I always believe that a good research is not just restricted to the good publications. A good research is that however small, which comes to the benefit of a common man, which comes to the benefit of the economy of a country, which comes to the benefit of finding solutions to the problems of the industry. And in this conference, we want that come out of your classrooms, have a real world experience, have a real industry experience, have the experience what our country is facing, what kind of problems it is facing, and how as scientists you are going to solve them. My dear friends, India is progressing very fast in the fields like space, space tech, artificial intelligence, defense research, economy, and one of the such fields coming up is the biomanufacturing. And microbiologists, they are venturing very fast, very quickly, adapting themselves to this area of microbial biomanufacturing. India is poised to become the third largest country in the world in the near future. And India is fast developing, for this purpose, India is fast developing the culture of startups, entrepreneurs, and innovators. These are the future. Microbiologists too are now progressing to these vistas. Opportunities are huge for the microbiologists. Agencies like DPIIT or BIRAC, they are ready to handhold and fund all those who are interested in startups or being the entrepreneurships. The country is waiting for you. The country is ready to handhold you and fund you. For Atmanirbharta and Make in India, in these times of trade tariff restrictions from different countries, microbes can play a very vital role for industry, agriculture, cleaning the environment, reducing the carbon footprints, making vaccines, diagnostics, biosensors, food industry, and thus leading to our indigenous industry in our country, which we are always buying. In these times, when the trade restrictions are there, we want that we should be as much Atmanirbhar as much possible. And this can be possible if we have our own industry for our own consumers. Microbiology is also playing a big role in the circular economy. We talk about economy, but what about circular economy of our country? Waste valorization to biofuels, to jet fuels, to bioplastics, and to the enzymes for cosmetic and pharma industry, conversion of carbon dioxide, industrial carbon dioxide, to biofuels. These are examples of the role of microbiology, what microbiology can play in circular economy. My dear students and friends here, microbiology is no more just a traditional microbiology or no more a modern microbiology. It is a futuristic microbiology now, like other sciences. And AI, artificial intelligence, is playing a big role. It is revolutionizing it. Take an example. Let me tell you that. The power of AI. Albania is a small country, rampant with corruption. You know that one of the cabinet ministers of Albania is an AI minister, artificial intelligence minister. The named Diala is not a person. It's a artificial intelligence minister. Why it has been created? To tackle all the corruption. Now this is the minister who is taking care of all the public dealings, all the tenders, so that corruption is not there. Maybe he's not a live thing, he's emotionless, but maybe that it comes, when it comes to corruption, there is a decision which is a very correct decision. And that makes me imagine that if ministers can be AI ministers, maybe tomorrow we have in the classes AI teachers. And if AI teachers are there, of course people have a discussion about that AI can be an assistant only, it cannot replace humans, yes, possibly, yes, but the futuristic AI it's a very, very highly futuristic thing actually. Okay, AI is in every field, as we know, and it is coming up in microbiology also in big ways. All those who know something about the microbiology, previously we used to identify cultures different ways, microbiological ways, sequencing ways. But now, with the advent of artificial intelligence, no more that. There are convolutionary neural networks which can identify through the digital imaging the microbes in minutes. PCR is no longer just a simple PCR, it's an AI PCR. The AI PCR is becoming much faster, smarter, and accurate. Point of care PCR. AI models, they are trained on the genomic data now for predicting the resistance to the antibiotics in a particular locality, thus saving lives and money. Forensic microbiology, AI is playing a big role in forensic microbiology. In very less time, it can identify victims, the place, the time, and the cause of the death through the microbiome in no time. Another frontier of microbiology where AI is playing a big role is the synthetic microbiomes. AI models have revealed hidden links with the human microbiome and the diseases like diabetes, obesity, and colorectal cancer. Many people who are not microbiologists, they do not probably know that diabetics, cancer patients, it's all in their microbiome, gut microbiome. Change that, make it better, and you are getting rid of these diseases which otherwise may not be even possible to think about that. Tailor-made synthetic microbiomes can relieve these diseases. The fantasy of the science does not end here. In the case of now we are in the era of antimicrobial resistance where drugs are not working, antibiotics are not working, and AI research, it is predicting the microbial protein structures, enabling faster understanding of the virulence and drug targets. A glaring example is when MIT in 2020 made a new antibiotic, halicin, through AI. AI is a powerful technique which can give us newer drugs, newer vaccines, newer diagnostics in a much faster and in a much efficient way. Okay, when COVID-19 came, all of us were caught unaware, and we had to pay the price for that. COVID-19, it caused that devastation, multiple thousands and millions of deaths. But now AI-driven real-time outbreak predictions are possible for microbiologists to come up with using the global microbial surveillance. Personalized medicine. Microbiology is offering personalized medicine through the AI. Not only that, this AI-supported microbiology is playing a great role in the environment cleaning up also. All of us know that COP30 is going on right now in Belém, Brazil, and the theme of this year, the theme of this COP30 is that this particular COP must ignite a decade of acceleration and delivery. We should not just be restricting to talks, we should be delivering, we should be having an action to bring the carbon dioxide within 1.5% increased level. And to this, AI models are again stepping in. AI models can optimize the microbial processes which can be used for wastewater treatment, bioremediations. Microorganisms can play a crucial role in carbon capture, in storage, in conversion to biofuels. Synthetic microbiology and AI-driven metabolic engineering in microbiology. They are developing CRISPR-engineered cyanobacteria which can synthesize, which can do photosynthesis with higher efficiency. Artificial microbial consortia, they can capture carbon dioxide from the environment and they can convert them into fuels. Engineers, microbiological engineers, they are microbial engineers, genetic engineers. They have made E. coli strains which can capture carbon dioxide from the environment and can take care of this carbon dioxide which is one of the demands in the COP30. Microbiome research, studying the human microbiome of the skin or gut or oral microbiome. This is being done to understand their role in immunity, metabolism, and mental health. Scientists are developing microbiome-based therapies such as probiotics, fecal microbiota transplantations, and engineered microbiomes to treat the diseases. AI is being used to predict the disease risk based on the microbial signatures. Every person, the gut of every person has millions or billions of microbes, and they're all different in different persons. You understand the gut microbiota, you can change that, you can ameliorate that, you can make the person disease-free. Gut microbiome alterations are linked to the neurological disorders like Parkinson's and depression. Companies are coming up that have made kits for personalized microbiome studies and disease remedies. Now, opportunities for startups are increasing. Opportunities for microbiological startups are increasing day by day. My dear friends, microbiology is taking strides. We have to be on the board for this ship, for sailing with the world and harness the power of microbiomes. Microbiology is, or AI in microbiology is not just restricted to research, coming up in a big way in education also. That is why the theme of this conference was not restricted to research, it is next-gen education also. Next-gen education and research and innovations. When we come to AI in microbiological education, the government of India is pumping a lot of money for integrating AI into the newer syllabi under the NEP program, NEP 2020 program. More than 10,000 crores have been given by government of India so that AI can be integrated into these courses. CBSE has already started AI course in schools so that the children, these people, they can learn how to tackle with the real world problems. Traditional teaching methods like lectures, laboratory practicals, microscopy, they are increasingly being complemented by artificial intelligence tools that enhance the visualization-based teaching. Visualization means the virtual labs and the AI lab 3D simulations. Intelligent data interpretation and personalized learning. There are now AI-based assessments also of the students, AI-based evaluations, and AI-based curriculum design also. And if that is going on, then I think the teachers, they need to be trained and retrained so that they are good enough so as to teach the modern students. Benefits of AI-based microbiology education are multiple. Enhanced engagement, where interactive simulations make the abstract microbial concepts tangible. Accessible learning, students in remote areas can access virtual labs and AI tutors. Data literacy prepares AI integrated courses. They prepare learners for research works like or research careers involving genomics and big data. Efficiency, it automates, AI automates the grading, feedback, and lab management, and there is a tailor-made experiences to individual pace and style. Tailor-made, individual, personalized teaching is possible. Really speaking, opportunities for microbiologists with AI support are endless. Now, with all this, this conference by Dev Bhoomi University, led by President, Vice President, and Vice Chancellor of this university, and the organizers, I think these are the various frontiers of science where in this conference we are going to deal with you people. Learn. My all dear delegates, in this conference, present your work, learn, network, and enjoy this conference. Thank you so much.
It is now time for a special moment in our program, the official release of the souvenir book of the 66th AMI Annual International Conference and the Research Conclave. This commemorative volume captures the spirit of conference, featuring messages from dignitaries, scientific abstracts, memorable glimpses of a collective journey and achievement. Please give a hearty round of applause as our dignitaries unveil the souvenir book and mark the milestone in our conclave.
So here we have an official launch for our souvenir for this international conference. Audience, can we have a huge round of applause for this beautiful launch? It is a time to introduce the chief guest for today's session, the inaugural ceremony. Dr. Ranjit Kumar Sinha, the IS officer, holds an MBBS degree from a Grant Medical College, Mumbai. He currently serves as the Secretary, Department of Higher Education, Government of Uttarakhand, where he will a pivotal role in shaping the policies and strengthening the higher education ecosystem across the state. Throughout the administrative career, Dr. Sinha has held several key positions, including Secretary, Disaster Management Rehabilitation, and a Project Director of the World Bank-funded Uttarakhand Disaster Recovery Project, demonstrating exceptional leadership in the governance, policy implementation, and public welfare. With this, I request Dr. Sinha to please share valuable thoughts with us from this inaugural ceremony.
Respected dignitaries, Dev Bhoomi Uttarakhand University, guests, friends, my dear students. A few months back, I got sick. My blood parameters were kind of off the roof. Sugar, cholesterol, everything was high. I called the doctor. He got some investigation done. And then he prescribed some medicine. But, I was not all convinced. So I, being a doctor, I started rereading the literature. I bought some books. Since I left medicine around 25 years back, it's a long time, so I had to go through the literature again. Then I realized in our medical colleges, or even in other streams, we miss the basics of what keeps us going, what keeps us healthy, what keeps us alive. And after going through all the literature and everything, I realized it's about our gut and gut microbiome. I realized, I came to the conclusion, my gut microbiota were offended, were not happy. That made me sick. Since the germ theory of disease, Louis Pasteur and Robert Koch, microorganisms were kind of very dreaded category of living, organisms. But if we see the history and evolution of human species and the interactions with microorganisms, it is not the microorganisms who are dreaded, who are dangerous. It is the wrong interactions which are kind of causing all the problems. We have come a long way after formulation of germ theory of disease. Now we are talking about next gen microbiology. I don't know anything about next gen microbiology. All I know is everything is moving northward, whether it is microbiology or technology, information technology, and even industries. We are talking about 4.0. And when we talk about 4.0 industrialization or industries, it's about synthesis of many streams, whether it is microbiology or AI or whatever. It's about synthesis. How can we leverage or harness the power of both AI and other technologies and even microbiology? Can we make synthesis? Can we use AI to increase the pace of generation of knowledge in microbiology? And it's happening now. When I was in medical college, we hardly interested in microbiology. We read few things about microbiology related to diseases, not much emphasis were given on microbiology. But when I look back, when I reflect whether we missed something, yes, we missed a lot of things. Who are we? If I ask myself, who am I? I am lump of trillion cells and association of trillion microbiota with our trillion cells. Yes, we are kind of association of trillions of bacteria in our gut and other parts, skin and many other parts, with the trillions of cells making the tissues. And this association is so important. If your gut microbiota gets offended, then there is a serious problem. We are, after agricultural revolution, before, if I talk about when our ancestors were hunter-gatherers, the microorganisms were not the cause of death. It was insecurity, big game animals who were kind of the cause of death, famine, scarcity of food were causing the problems. After agricultural revolution, when we established or became social, village and cities came up. Then because of hygiene and all, the microorganisms became problem. Now the point is whether the microorganisms were the problem or we were the problem. We were dying because of microorganisms, because of our bad habits, not because of microorganisms. Now we are alive because of microorganisms. If I see the history of medicine, it is vaccination, development of vaccines and other things, anti-serum, made our life easy. Otherwise, it would have been difficult to survive. We cannot avoid, urbanization or assembly of people. What we can do is we can, have control over how we, live life, how we conduct ourselves, how we interact with people and other animals and kind of different components of the society. vaccination, then came gene transfer technology, and it's all involved kind of microorganisms. We were dying because of microorganisms. Now we are alive because of microorganisms. See the paradox. Then if both these things are true, then who is responsible? Who is the culprit? Or who is the beneficiary? We are. We were culprits, now we are the beneficiaries of this whole microbiology or microorganism thing. When you get sick, there are two things: feed the gut microbiome and protect the liver. This is the crux of our whole health paradigm, not medicine, not curative medicine, the nutrition and health medicine. Feed the gut microbiome and protect the liver. That's all it is, nothing else. Next gen microbiology is synthesis of technology with microbiological studies. That's what I understood. I don't know, maybe there may be more. And it is so exciting. What we are witnessing at present is so exciting. It gives us a tool to harness the power of different technology to gain knowledge about our health, the power of microorganisms, how can we use them for our benefit, for our survival, for our existential crisis, what we are witnessing nowadays. So my best wishes to all participants. Let us come up with some new paradigm to use microbiology for our day-to-day life, for our bigger existential issues, and for the benefit of whole humanity. If anything can save this humanity from going extinct, I think it would be microorganisms, which would be of great help for this humanity. So, best wishes. Thank you.
Thank you, Shah, for sharing your valuable insight and thoughts with us. I request all the dignitaries on dais please to stand at their respective places once again with a souvenir, since we would like to have one photograph for the officials. Audience, can we have a huge round of applause once again for this unveiling of souvenir for this conference. Thank you, everyone. Now I request the President of our university, Shri Sanjay Bansal sir, to kindly share a token of respect and gratitude to our chief guest, Dr. Ranjit Kumar Sinha. Can we have a huge round of applause for our chief guest for today's inaugural ceremony, who spared a beautiful time for us for this inaugural. Thank you, sir. It is a moment of great pride to unveil the insightful book, which serves as a valuable resource for the students aspiring to excel in the hospitality industry. The book has been thoughtfully designed to bridge the gap between theoretical learning and practical industry application. It highlights the key aspects such as professional ethics, customer service excellence, communication skills, teamwork, and crisis or situation handling, but also prepares students to meet the dynamic demands of the global hospitality sector with the confidence and competence. The authors for the book is Dr. Chandramouli Dhondial, the Dean of School of Hotel Management and Tourism at Dev Bhoomi Uttarakhand University, Chef Surendra Singh Best, the head of the department at School of Hotel Management and Tourism, and Mrs. Surbhi Kamboj, the Chief TNP Coordinator for the School of Hotel Management and Tourism. Can we have the authors also for unveiling this beautiful textbook for the hospitality sector? Can we have a huge applause for unveiling and launch of this book on this inaugural ceremony? Congratulations to the authors. Thank you, everyone. Over to you, Nirjara ma'am.
Thank you, sir. With this, I would like to take this opportunity to invite and introduce our honorable guest of honor, Professor Govardhan Das. Professor Govardhan Das is distinguished scientist, immunologist, and academic administrator, currently serving as the director of the Indian Institute of Science, Education and Research, IISER Bhopal. With the illustrious career spanning over 3 decades, Professor Das has made significant contribution to the field of immunology, infectious disease, and molecular medicine. His research primarily focused on understanding host pathogen interaction, tuberculosis, immunology, and chronic inflammatory disease. He has received numerous awards and recognition for his scientific achievements and leadership. As the director of IISER Bhopal, Professor Das is committed to promoting research, excellence, innovation, and sustainable scientific education, nurturing future scientists and leaders of the nation. With this, I welcome you, sir, on the dais.
So, good afternoon to you all. And on the dais, the Honorable President, Sri Sanjay Bansalji, Vice President, Sri Aman Bansalji, our Chief Guest, Sri Ranjit Sharma ji, Professor R.C. Kohad, Professor Prince Sharma, other distinguished guests, esteemed faculties, participants, staffs, and of course my beloved students. It's indeed an honor and privilege to participate in this conclave. I sincerely thank organizers for inviting me here today. Well, today is mostly we are talking about the microbiology. My one or two simple questions from the audience. The Indian scientists, can you name 2 Indian scientists? The microbiologist who did the great contribution and for the society. I'm not talking about the simple 1 or 2 places, but who actually changed the lives of human being or society. Anybody? Anyone? I think the science, any branch of science, it has to come from a very simple question, and I can name a couple of them. One of the greatest scientists, I can say, Dr. Shambhunath Dey. Do you know anybody knows his discovery? nothing but the cholera toxin, and on the basis of cholera, that toxin, and that today we developed the saline, and that saline actually that saved millions of lives. So that is called discovery, and that is the science we are looking for. I can go on and on. Definitely, I can talk about couple of more. Of course, I have to talk about couple of more examples. Another example, I can talk about Professor Prashanta Mahapatra. People I heard that talking about big instruments, big investments, and artificial intelligence, etc., etc. But real scientists, especially in India, I don't think you need that kind of infrastructure. Even the 1 rupee science can, 1 rupee can do the great science. Do you know what Prashant Mahapatra in Utkal University did? A 30 paisa of blade, simple blade, and 1 rupee vitamin D3. He just cut the tadpole, tail of the tadpole, and put vitamin D3, and that generated a nature paper, and that is the basis of today's developmental biology. That is called the science. Of course, I have to take the couple of more names. I can name many of them. I have to take the Anand Mohan Chakraborty. All of you know. All of you know the Professor M.S. Swaminathan, the Green Revolution. So therefore, and of course Jagadish Chandra Bose. There are many such contributions that change the lives of lives. That's the change of the lives of society, and that's the great contribution. Well, I was walking through the aisle. When I was walking through the aisle, I thought, well, last night I was just putting up few slides because I am from the field of microbiology, immunology, and I thought I'll talk to the microbiology, immunology, what I am doing, of course. Then when I was walking through the aisle, I saw the crowd here, the participants here has the very heterogeneous kind of people. Well, I think I should talk few things before I enter in my subject. Well, all of are here. Everybody's what we are looking for, all the education, all the kind of participation, all engagement in life, what we are looking for. You are looking for the success. And I see this in everybody's face. Yes, we need success. But how to get it? Is that easy? To me, success is not that easy, but it has some formula. You have to have that formula. What those formulas are, I'll talk about the few points, and of course I'll tell you the few stories, because wherever I go, people say you are the storyteller. The first and most ingredient, of course, you need their hard work. My friends, my students, my beloved students, without hard work, nothing is possible. I know some people say this is opportunity, go around and look around, just I'm not listening in the whatever being discussed in this hall, outside, enjoying. That's not really hard work. Hard work, you have to be very engaged. I can tell you the example. Unless you are burned like sun, you cannot be illuminated like sun. You have to be burned. I can take the example of diamond. Diamond and coal, there are the same thing. If you look at both of the carbon, to make from carbon, that carbon to diamond, it has go through the tremendous pressure, and so for millions of years. I can take up example of pearl. Oyster has to go through the severe pain to get the pearl. So therefore, there is no other option other than your hard work. Not only hard work, but you have to have a vision. Unless you have a vision, you really cannot reach that goal. वो मंजिल पहुंचना बहुत मुश्किल है. आपको पहले तय ही करना है. You have to determine what is your goal. That is the vision. I can tell you a small story. What kind of vision you need? A young gentleman who met an accident in somewhere in street, and then he reached in a hospital, and who started sharing the room with the senior citizen, and senior citizen was the heart patient, and the doctor said, the senior citizen, आपको थोड़ा, you have to walk around, you have to take care of your heart. And because of the young gentleman had the multiple fracture in legs, he really couldn't move, he could not come out of the bed. And every time the young senior citizen used to go near the window, he used to ask, आपने आज क्या देखा? The senior citizen used to say, I'm looking at the window, there are blue ocean, people are playing the beach balls, and people are swimming, kayaking, etc., etc. Yes. And that actually facilitated the faster recovery of this young gentleman. तो कुछ दिन बाद, all of a sudden, that senior citizen expired, he died, but in the meantime, this young gentleman recovered and he could stand. He goes to the window and see what he sees is nothing, the billboard, nothing else. No, there's no ocean. तो जब नर्स आता है, they ask the senior citizen, इतना उम्र का आदमी है तो झूठ बोलता है. बोला ऐसा है कि sir, the senior citizen, he was blind for last 25 years. All I'm trying to tell you, that senior citizen never had a sight, but he had the vision, and that because of that vision, this gentleman recovered much faster. I'm talking about that kind of vision. Well, what else you need? You need the confidence. Unless you have the confidence, you cannot be successful. Once again, I'll एक छोटा सा story बताऊंगा. एक young girl who was traveling in an aeroplane, and all of a sudden there's some turbulence and people are crying and praying God, but the young girl, she kept on reading the Harry Potter and kept on giggling. The next passenger, because तुम्हें शर्म नहीं आता, बस people are praying God, कब मरेंगे, the plane crash हो जाएगा, कब मरेंगे. She looks at this gentleman and says, you know, sir, I have the confidence. Do you know who the pilot is? Pilot is my father. I have confidence on my father, and I know he will take will take us safely to the airport and will land safely. And my beloved students, you are in good hand, you are in safe hand, you have the confidence, you are safe. What else you need? You need the persistence. जो एक बार fail हो गया तो this doesn't mean that you cannot get back. I have several stories, but I love to take the story of our beloved, our President APJ Abdul Kalam. Well, he had the dream he will be the pilot, Air Force pilot. There are only 8 seats He appeared for the exam, and somewhere Uttarakhand, yahi kahin hoga the exam. Unfortunately, he stood 9. He couldn't make it. He was sitting on the cleft and says he had no other way other than committing suicide. तो एक पीछे से ऋषि, मुनि ऋषि आता है, बोलता है बेटा तुम्हारी क्या हो गया? बोलता है जय ऋषि जी, मुझे मरने के अलावा सुसाइड करने का कोई रास्ता नहीं था. मेरे अपना सिस्टर का बेंगल बेच के मैं यहाँ तक पहुँचा. आई एम वेरी अनसक्सेसफुल. कहते चलो अपना आश्रम में चलो भाई, तो जो बात कर लेंगे, नेक्स्ट डे देख लेंगे क्या किया जा सकता है. मेरे पे तो रात भर बात किया. नेक्स्ट डे जब लौट रहे हैं, उनको पैसा ऐसे दे, बोले घर जाओ. कहते इस बार तो बता दीजिए जी भाई, मैं तो सक्सेसफुल ये अनसक्सेसफुल क्यों हूँ? बोलता है जे तुम्हारी अनसक्सेसफुल जो अब योर फेल्यूर दैट इज द पिलर ऑफ सक्सेस. तो एक बार फेल हो गया इसके मतलब नहीं है तुम्हें छोड़ दोगे, आगे बढ़ो, आगे बहुत कुछ लिखा हुआ है. उसके बाद वी नो हु इज एपीजे अब्दुल कलाम. एनीवे मैं बहुत कुछ बोल दिया, बट आई हैव टू टॉक अबाउट लिटिल बिट ऑफ science too. We'll do it. And last ingredient I'll talk about for my students, you have to face the problem. कभी प्रॉब्लम देख के भाग नहीं जाना. इसमें भी एक थोड़ा सा स्टोरी मैं बताऊंगा. स्वामी विवेकानंद जी जब एक बार उसमें गंगा नहा के आश्रम की तरफ जा रहे थे, कुत्ता पीछे पड़ गया. They started running, but the dogs also chased him. And of course, Bhagwan is Bhagwan. Somebody says, why you are running away? Why don't you face the problem? He turned around 180 degree and he started chasing the dogs, and dog fled away. तो इसके मतलब है आपको जब प्रॉब्लम है ना, भागना नहीं है. You have to face the problem. And you have to shake up the problem. एक कैसे shake up the problem? एक farmer, धोबी, the washerman, he had a donkey. He used to love his donkey क्योंकि उनको he was his profession, right? And जब grazing afternoon में grazing करने गया, somehow donkey fall down in a pit. जब donkey गड्ढा में गिर गया, but he tried many times to took him here out, but he couldn't. He was unsuccessful. Now he had the two fears. Number one, जो मेरे डोंकी और कोई आके तो उठा के नहीं लेके चले जाएगा, और आई लव माई डोंकी, उसको बिना खा के तो मर जाएगा. इससे अच्छा मैं उसको जिंदा ही कबर कर दूं, live him, buried him alive. So he started putting all the debris and stones nearby. Every time he put all the mud or the soil or the debris, the donkeys to shake off. And this dhire the mud came up, the sweat came up, and donkey came out. So basically, all I am telling my students, beloved students, तो जब तुम्हारी कोई प्रॉब्लम होगा ना, उसको अपना इसमें शरीर में नहीं लेना, उसका शेक ऑफ कर देना, तो देखोगे विल कम आउट ऑफ इट. तो ये सारे स्टूडेंट के लिए तो मैंने बहुत कुछ बोल ही दिया, लेकिन ये टीचर के लिए भी मुझे जरूर बोलना ही है. व्हाट आई शुड टॉक अबाउट द टीचर्स. As you know, this is India is progressing. Today you go out this street, even the rickshaw pullers के पास भी एक सेल फोन है. तो we are progressing in that fast. एक जो चाय बेचता है उसके पास भी UPI है. And this is the transaction happens world's highest number of transaction. आज India is progressing. We saw the glimpse during COVID period. We are the one who made the vaccine. We supplied more than 200 countries. And we are the one who reached to the moon, and very unique way per kilometer
fund we use less than the auto rickshaw fare. We are progressing. We are proud of you. So we have to continue. उस कंटिन्यूशन के लिए क्या चाहिए? आपका सहायता चाहिए, आपका पैशन, जिस पैशन में काम कर रहे हो उस पैशन चाहिए. एक छोटा सा स्टोरी मैं यहाँ बता ही देता हूँ. जब भगवान राम जी जब वनवास जा रहे थे 14 साल के लिए, तो वहाँ पहुँचे, चित्रकूट पहुँचे. जो बंदे भी आए, क्या कहते हैं, जो भगवान जी आए तो उनसे मिल लेते हैं. आके पूछा, भगवान जी आपके लिए क्या कर सकता हूँ? बोले करना कुछ नहीं है, एक काम करो, जो मैं जिस रास्ते से आया हूँ ना उस रास्ते बहुत सारे कांटे हैं, तो वहाँ थोड़ा सा हटा दो. बोले तो आप तो पहुँच गए, मुझे कांटा हटाने का क्या करें, क्या क्यों करना है? कहता है बात वो नहीं है, मेरा भाई जो पागल भरत है ना, वो मुझे ढूंढता इसी रास्ते में आएगा, और जब आएगा एक भी कांटे फूट जाएगा तो ना उसका दिल टूट जाएगा. तो भाई का वही आदर होना चाहिए, वही भाई के लिए प्यार होना चाहिए. तो उल्टा साइड से जब देखा, जब भारत जी भी जो चलने लगा, सबने बोला अरे बिना चप्पल पे क्यों चल रहे हो भाई, चप्पल पहन के जाओ, बहुत कांटे हैं. क्या कहता, मैं मेरे भाई जिस रास्ते से गुजरा ना उसी का थोड़ा फीलिंग लेना चाहता हूँ. तो भाई भाई के लिए क्या कहता, जो संपर्क है, जो आज जो इंडिया जो बढ़ रहा है, द स्पीड वी आर ग्रोइंग, ये आप ही ने बनाया, ये आप ही का सहायता बनाया, आपका हार्डवर्क से बना. तो मैं जो हमारी टीचर्स है, हमारी जो सीनियर्स है, हमारी जो गुरुजीज है, उनको आप ये बताना चाहता हूँ, व्हाट यू डू, व्हाट यू फेल्ड, आपको जो कष्ट आपने सहा उसको हटा दीजिए. हमारी जो आने वाला पीढ़ी वही देश का भविष्य है, वही हमारे आगे ये आगे ले जाएगा, यही हमारी देश का भविष्य है. खैर ये बहुत सारे मैं बातें कर लिया, लेकिन सब बोलेगा तो ये आदमी क्या कहता है, माइक्रोबायोलॉजिस्ट भी क्लेम करता है, क्या कहता है, और इम्यूनोलॉजी भी करता है. जो आपको गूगल करेंगे तो सबका सीवी दो बटन में दिख ही जाता है. तो मैं वेरी क्विकली अपना थोड़ा साइंस भी बता देता हूँ. बाय ट्रेनिंग आई एम immunologist, and when I came back to country, government asked me to do something which is relevant to this country. Then I started doing research on tuberculosis, क्योंकि tuberculosis till date is a big problem in the country, and we have the highest burden and highest number of death happens in this country because of only single infectious disease, which we call it tuberculosis, which is caused by Mycobacterium tuberculosis. And if you look at the history, tuberculosis is the oldest organism, infectious organism known. And every time we try to eliminate, but we are unsuccessful till date. That tuberculosis is the biggest problem. And that is what I took this picture from the Hollywood picture. This is the tuberculosis kabhi pakar mein nahi aata hai. Catch me if you can. Why this happens? Because of it has multiple forms, namely latent TB, and the active TB. I can tell you at least 30 to 40% population in this hall are also infected with tuberculosis, but there's no symptoms, but we are infected with latent TB. That is what is ever. Tuberculosis history, this is TB infects something in a human cell. We used to call it macrophage, but later on we saw it's not only macrophage, but also stem cells, and they can exchange their infection, and so therefore is a very complicated. So बहुत जल्दी बहुत ज़्यादा नहीं बताऊंगा, I'll go very fast. The TB is oldest disease. How old? As you see, this is TB. You can see, can find it out as early as 500,000 BC, 5 lakh baras before the Jesus Christ's birth. That means TB is co-evolving with human, not only Homo sapiens, but with the Homo erectus. And today, TB is a big problem. I already told you, 2 billion people die out of TB, and 1/3 of the global population is infected with the TB. And just last century, और कोई जगह नहीं था मरने का, TB is a slow death. People in Europe was dying of war. They used to choose to die because of TB rather than dying in war. And there are all comments, there are various literatures and hundreds of books, novels about TB. So India के बारे में बोलना है. So these are the great eminent figures. As you know, I really don't have to name who are these people. They are also affected by tuberculosis. तो tuberculosis जब infectious disease है, तो उनका how to control them? Because of infectious disease, only 2 ways to do. Either you have a treatment, which is nothing but the antibiotics, or you have to have a vaccine. So we have antibiotics, but not very effective. We need to have a discovery, and we have a vaccine which is 100 years old. That's not also very effective. तो हमें both वैक्सीन भी जरूरी है and न्यू थेरेपी भी जरूरी है. सो लास्ट ईयर तक यही हमारी वैक्सीन का पाइपलाइन था. आज के दिन में आई कैन टेल यू वेरी कॉन्फिडेंटली, ये जो MIP और BPM-1002 recent data came out, these two also failed actually. तो हमारे पास बहुत ऑप्शन नहीं है. So we did work, very quickly I'll tell you, we did work and found out ulta तरीके से. We started doing science from the behind and started why really BCG fails. We turned out to finding out there are 2 kinds of T cells are required. BCG एक प्रकार का देता है TH1. So, but we need both TH1 and TH17. Later on, we work out how to manage these, get more of memory type TH17 cells. So, those who are microbiologists, they will understand. Since vaccine efficacy is not only depend on the effector T cells, but also we need to longevity of the vaccine. It depends on the memory T cells and how we generate memory. This we mostly worked it out, and that is what we are trying to do. Though our strategy is a little different than others, that's because we wanted to modify or co-treat simultaneously. So what we found, one of the compound, this is long story short, means maybe 15 years research. To make the long story short, we found a compound with a very different logics, and if you can co-immunize with this clofazimine, which is already been used for treatment of various ailments like leprosy, you can have that achievement of vaccine. These are all the data you really don't have to remember, but take home message is if you co-treat, you can have at least 100 times, if you can increase the efficacy more than 100 times. So that we worked out very well, and now we are in a clinical trial. Now I'll talk about little bit, very briefly talk about the drugs. As you think, this is the pipeline of the drugs, and every drug so far we discovered we have generated drug resistance. In fact, we have something called extremely drug resistant bug, which also we call the TDR, is completely, totally drug resistant TB, and we so how to handle with that. So anyway, so we worked out why drug really doesn't work. The problem is when you treat with antibiotics, is that bugs disappear in a biphasic manner. It's not the 99% bugs are problem with the less than 1% bugs. Then later on we found out why this less than 1% bugs really doesn't respond to the antibiotics. We found that actually they hide in a secret place. जो आपको बोलेंगे the stem cell, you will be very excited. They actually hide in the stem cell, and they go back to the bone marrow with the different logics. We worked out in animal models, we worked at it in human. Now we know why it really doesn't, conventional drug really doesn't work. Then finally we worked out all these, how to discover drugs, etc., and we did all these molecular carpentry, and in animals, various knockout transgenes, all animals, etc. And then finally we found it out how we really kill the bugs, and how we can really shorten the treatment period from 6 months to in 3 weeks. That is what, and currently we are working on how to treat MDR, XDR TB, and we have some basic data, etc. But because of, in the interest of time, I'm not going through, but all I'm trying to tell you, basically treatment of TB is not that simple. You have to address many of the problems, and including the active TB to latent TB. And that is what it says, and I am happy to share our work been highlighted in more than 150 countries in various languages, and including TVs, CNN, ABC News, World News, whatnot, and some of the glimpses are here. So kind of, I don't know why, these are all starting from Bloomberg News to CNN to ABC News, all over the world. And I would like to, in the interest of time, I would like to stop here, but at the end, but not at the last but not least, I have to acknowledge my group of people who does work in the lab, and I barely get time to go in lab, maybe once in a week. And thank you for all your attention. And if anybody has any question, I'll be more than happy to answer. Yeah.
Any questions from the audience? You are open for the forum.
Everybody understood. Thanks.
Thank you, sir, for sharing the insightful thoughts for what the entire people were waiting for. Now request once again to our President of the University, Shri Sanjay Bansal, sir, to share a token of respect and gratitude to our guest of honor for today's session. Can we have a huge applause for today's guest of honor? We are thankful to you, sir, to be a part of Dev Bhoomi Uttarakhand University for this international conference. Thank you, sir. Moving forward, it is my honor to invite the luminary in the field of microbiology and biotechnology, Professor R.C. Khowar, a chairman of Indian Academy of Microbiological Sciences, to address this forum. Professor Khowar is a renowned academician, former Vice Chancellor of the Central University, Haryana, and a senior professor at the University of Delhi South Campus. He is a pioneering researcher and linguocellulose biotechnological and has authored 125 scientific papers in multiple books. With a rich legacy of teaching, research, and leadership, Professor Khowar has guided major national and international initiatives and received numerous prestigious awards for his outstanding contribution to the science and education. Please join me welcoming Professor R.C. Khowar to share the insights and the vision at this esteemed gathering. Over to you, sir.
Yes, like you, I was also thinking when my turn is going to come. मेरा नंबर कब आएगा? Dear budding microbiologists, let me start from the students, faculties, distinguished guests, fellows of Academy of Microbiological Sciences. Today's chief guest, Dr. Ranjit Kumar Sinha, Secretary, Technical and Higher Education, who had just left, and guest of honor, whom you heard just now, Professor Govardhan Das, Director, IISER, Bhopal, he has also left. Respected President, Dev Bhoomi Uttarakhand University, Mr. Sanjay Bansal ji, Vice President, Mr. Aman Bansal ji, my colleague, Professor Prince Sharma, President, Association of Microbiologists of India, my dear Professor Namita Singh, General Secretary, Association Microbiologists of India, my friends, past presidents, General Secretaries, Central Council members, distinguished guests from the country and abroad, persons from media and press, deans and directors from Dev Bhoomi Uttarakhand University, persons from media and press, ladies and gentlemen. We are very much delighted to be here. The whole family of Association of Microbiologists of India is here. And we are thankful to Dev Bhoomi Uttarakhand University for organizing this 66th International Conference. Dear friends, hello, students sitting backside. Students sitting backside, are you hearing me? Are you hearing me? Are you hearing me? Yes, if you are hearing me, then I will continue to speak. Otherwise, I don't have any interest to speak to those who are sitting at the front benches. Another thing, even if your 50 or hundreds are sitting over here, either put off your mobile or keep them in your pocket or in your bags. There is a award and reward for that. Because when you are here to attend an international conference of your own subject in which you are going to make a career and you are not serious about it, and that's the real problem. That's the real problem, I tell you. And I'm not going to speak about what I have prepared. Okay? I could see as a teacher, I could see as office bearers of AMI and founding chairman of Academy Microbiological Sciences, that I need to tell each one of you that it's very important what for you are coming to International Congress of Microbiology, what for researchers are coming to attend a conference. As long as I will hear your voice, I will go on reminding you that please keep quiet and listen. Listening is the first skill. If you listen, you will learn. If you will learn, you will acquire. If you will acquire, you will progress. And all you can achieve when you will develop a habit to connect with the person speaking, whether there is a teacher in your class or a person delivering a lecture. That's very, very important. Dear students, you can't learn what I'm going to tell you, what you can learn from the conference in a classroom. From the conference, you are able to connect yourself to your colleagues, to the delegates coming from other than your departments, other than your institutions, and from out of country. When you listen to a speaker, you learn how he or she speaks, how you can communicate, how strongly you should communicate. Then you learn how the person who is speaking has identified the subject on which he or she is speaking. How could he decided that only this problem has some application? This is the important or most important problem as far as the person who is delivering. He will also tell you how to introduce the subject. This is how you learn. He will also tell you if you are serious and you are listening. He will make you learn that what was the gap in the area which made him to identify a problem, and how one is deciding or defining about the goals or objectives. Then you also learn what kind of methodology, what kind of techniques, what kind of tools he has used for carrying out this experimentation. Then you learn how diligently he or she has organized the whole data based on the experiment, what he has achieved, and how best he could organize the data to present before you, maybe in the form of table, maybe in the form of graph, maybe in the form of animation, maybe embedded with a small video, and how best he's defending what he has researched what he has researched, and then everybody who will be speaking would like to defend that my work is unique, my work is innovative, and then you have the opportunity. You should develop the curiosity to find out. You are saying innovative, but I'm not able to understand it. To try to satisfy yourself to learn about the innovativeness. Then you will be able to develop the peer relationship. You'll be able to find out the good place to work, good laboratory to work, good investigator or good PhD supervisor to work. You can identify. Youngsters can identify that which place you can go for research internship. Who could be the best person? Who could be, who can accept you? Which could be the best lab? This is a golden opportunity for each one of you. But you are wasting your time. I could see that hundreds are sitting outside. Some cameraman is there and they are getting the photographs. You are wasting the valuable time of your life. This is an opportunity. You have been paying 3,500 rupees. You are wasting your money from fellowship. You are wasting your money from your parents. So I think you should be serious enough. Now let me tell you something about what Academy has been doing. Are you ready to listen me now? आवाज नहीं आती है. Okay. What I was telling you about, that one program I'm giving you that connect, learn, acquire, and progress. What is this? Clap. Clap. Now you clap. ये साइड तो बिल्कुल वीक है. दे आर वीकर फेलोज. बजाइए अब. वो सुनेंगे. अब बंद हो जाइए. अब आपकी बारी है. देखिए, कम इन द कंपटीशन. आपसे तो अच्छा बजा, लेकिन नाउ इट्स योर टर्न. Now you won't forget clap. C stands for connect. Having cooperation with each other. When you will cooperate with each other, you will understand the problem of each other. Then you will start caring for each other. And doing so, you will learn so many things. When you will learn, in the process of learning, you will acquire. And when you will acquire the knowledge, acquire the skill, I think you will be able to progress in your life, not only in your career, but your own life, in your business, and of course, you will progress in society as well. Therefore, from today onwards, you just learn clap. Dear friends, we have Academy of Microbiological Sciences. We started in the year 2015, and we have been majorly working on different beneficial program and helping in multiple ways in integrating research, innovation, skill, internship, education, and encouraging our scientists through a scheme. We award fellows to the distinguished scientists, and today also we'll see in a couple of minutes that we will be awarding fellows of Academy of Microbiological Sciences, the distinguished scientists from this country. And the academy is committed this way to strengthen, enrich, recognize microbiological education and research through various schemes like popularization of microbiological sciences. We have been organizing different seminars, symposia, colloquium, conclave. We also have started a series to organize lectures by distinguished scientists from country and abroad, and we will be very soon taking these lectures to your door. And this is how we have been trying to engage our senior scientists specifically in order to achieve the objective of lifelong learning and to get their experience so that our students can be benefited. Dear friends, we have also started some more scheme and going to introduce very soon with the permission of the Central Council meeting, which is going to be held today in the evening, and day after tomorrow, the general body meeting, that in order to popularize microbiological sciences specifically, we would like to invite interest of some of you, some young blood, they can participate as an ambassador, and one ambassador from each state we will be selecting. Therefore, I'm asking you, those who are interested from the different states, you are present here, they can give their interest with a small brief, what way you want to popularize microbiological sciences, to Dr. Nirzara. She is organizing secretary over there. You can see her very well. She will be around, and whenever you meet, whenever you're ready, and whenever you decide to participate in this program as an ambassador of Association of Microbiologists in India or Academy, we'll decide about that. So this way, as many states we do have in our country, we'll be having the same number of ambassadors from microbiological sciences. I'm sure each one of you know that how many states we have in this country. Okay? Then, with the permission of President of AMI, I'm taking liberty to invite innovative ideas from the participants who could consider as young, say, scientists themselves, up to the age of 40. They can submit an innovative idea by 14th November evening. From tomorrow onwards, we'll be putting a box, and that will be announced that where they will be keeping. Let the innovative ideas in 1 or 2 pages, say, come to that, and we'll be having a team to judge that, and we'll announce the prizes for that. And the first 25 ideas, innovative ideas, will be awarded and rewarded. That will decide, and that will reach to you. मैं तो इतनी बढ़िया स्कीम बता रहा हूँ, फिर भी ताली नहीं बजा रहे हैं. So silent. Okay, now you have heard a lot as far as microorganisms are concerned. I'm sure you all know about the utility of microorganisms. Let me share something as well, so that you may not go with an idea that I'm simply speaking about, say, a few things which anybody can speak. I would like to tell you something which microorganisms have to share with you, which I will read to you. What they say, listen, what they say: we can cross the deepest of oceans. We can cross the deepest of oceans, highest of mountains, and high in space. When our hands are joined, when we are together, we can achieve the utmost in the face of courage to succeed in each race, event, or situation. Dear friends, we are simply microbes, pervasive, present everywhere. We represent the Trinity, Brahma, Vishnu, and Mahesh. We are here to serve the best interest of the society. Though we are diverse like humans, we too embody the values of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, integrated society. Let me translate it in Hindi as well, because I don't know how many of you could really get it or not, because it depends. When you listen carefully, listen seriously, then only you can get it. Anyway, my duty is to make you understand. कंधे से कंधा मिलने से दरिया भी पार हो जाता है. कंधे से कंधा मिलने से दरिया भी पार हो जाता है. हौसले बुलंद हों तो हर काम सफल हो जाता है. देखिए, यहां से आवाज ज्यादा है अब की बार. अब देखना है आगे. जब भी करेंगे आपके कल्याण के लिए ही कार्य करेंगे. भले ही हम इंसानों की तरह समुदाय में बटे हैं, भले ही हम इंसानों की तरह समुदाय में बटे हैं, लेकिन वास्तव में हम वसुधैव कुटुंबकम की भूमिका निभाते हैं. और microorganisms in reality, they have been doing that. Okay? जब कहते हैं ना कि भगवान कण कण में है, भगवान हर जगह है, तो ये माइक्रोब्स भी हर जगह हैं, हर कण में हैं. मैं अभी थोड़ी देर पहले भी बात कर रहा था, एक प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस हो रही थी कि जो आप में से बढ़िया सुबह शैम्पू लगा के आया हो, जो 2 बार साफ करके आया हो, वो अपने हेयर का एक छोटा सा पीस दे दो हमें, कल सुबह तक माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म ग्रो करे हुए दिखाएंगे आपको. तो प्लीज कीप दैट थिंग इन माइंड. वन मोर थिंग आई वुड लाइक, बिकॉज यू आर स्टूडेंट ऑफ माइक्रोबायोलॉजी एंड somebody has said before me that microbes are really useful and can do anything what you think. Can do anything what you think. Think of now and you see after some times. Therefore, I share with you a phrase, what we save saves us. And I could see this phrase on an envelope lying in a dustbin. And I could focus on it. There is something which is very important. And this phrase I'm sharing with you again, what we save saves us. Think for a moment. Think for a moment. जो चीज हम बचाएंगे वो हमें बचाएगी. Therefore, dear friends, let us save microbes. Let us save ourselves. Let us save earth. Let us save ocean. And let us save this world. Thank you very much. Once again, I congratulate Dev Bhoomi Uttarakhand University organization, and I thank them for organizing such a very good conference and a very good hospitality. Dear friends, when there is a gathering, when there is a large number of people, they come together, there could be some deficiencies. But it's a association, Microbiologists of India is one family, and it's our responsibility of each one of us. Please bear with this. If something happens, please ignore, please avoid, and enjoy. Thank you very much. All the best.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your insightful thoughts and the beautiful poem with us. Now, I request Namita ma'am to kindly come forward and overtake the felicitation that she would like to go for on the behalf of AMI.
Hello friends. Now the time to felicitate our microbiologists. So I request all the dignitaries, please come forward. The time to declare the Lifetime Achievement Awardee, Professor Rameshwar Singh. Please come on the desk. I invited Dr. S.S. Dudeja to read the citation of Professor Rameshwar Singh. With the Lifetime Achievement, we award certificates, 45,000 rupees as an award money, and citation to Professor Rameshwar Singh.
I request all the awardees to please join us from the left-hand side stairs itself. Thank you.
Hello. Yeah, this time Lifetime Achievement Award is being given to Dr. Rameshwar Singh ji. And this AMI is proudly honors Dr. Rameshwar Singh, an eminent microbiologist, visionary academic leader, and institution builder for his outstanding lifetime contributions to microbial sciences, dairy research, and higher agricultural education. Dr. Rameshwar Singh is presently Vice Chancellor of Guru Kanshi Ram University, Punjab, has rendered over 4 decades of distinguished services as the founder Vice Chancellor of Bihar Animal Science University, Patna. He established a modern campus and founded 2 premier institutions, the College of Fisheries and the College of Veterinary and Animal Sciences at Kishanganj, creating a new model for integrated animal science education and research. He played a key role in formulating the 3rd and 4th Krishi roadmaps of Bihar, providing scientific directions for the state of agriculture and livestock development. And initially, he was involved in the research at NDRI Karnal, and he was affiliated to National Collection of Dairy Cultures led by ICR Network project on dairy and human microbes. And his landmark discovery of Okonomycetes answering a new genus of anaerobic fungi isolated from camel digestive tract opened new frontiers in microbial taxonomy and human microbiology. His patented PCR-based assay for milk species identification and extension work on probiotics and functional fermented foods further highlighted his scientific innovations. And AMI proudly confers upon Dr. Rameshwar Singh Lifetime Achievement Award 2025 in view of the contribution in area of microbiological sciences.
Now time to felicitate our AMSc fellow. This year we selected total 5 microbiologists for this fellowship. Professor Ram Prasad, please come on the desk. And I request Professor S.R. Joshi to read the citation of Professor Ram Prasad.
Yeah, very good evening. The citation reads, Association of Microbiologists of India, Professor Ram Prasad. Ram Prasad is Associate Professor, Department of Botany, Mahatma Gandhi Central University, Motihari, Bihar, India. Dr. Prasad overall work on microbial biotechnology, plant microbe interactions, nanobiotechnology, and more recently, optical spectroscopy has been outstanding, as evidenced by his publication record. And his numerous quality publications hold great promise for several important breakthroughs in near future. Dr. Prasad has worked on the model fungus Serendipita indica, Piriformospora indica, order Sebaceales, to use this endophytic fungus more efficiently for the betterment of humanity, food and nutritional securities, and medicinal applications. His experiments revealed that fungus increases the resistance of colonized plants against fungal pathogens and helps in protecting the plant against various biotic and abiotic stresses. Also performed the first Raman spectroscopy-based chemical imaging of P. indica and their longitudinal monitoring of their growth in culture without compromising the specimen identity, and published in Chem. Wheelie, featured as covered article in highlighted on Angewant Chem. The potential use of these fungus has been in medicinal plant Bacopa moniera, Brahmi, memory enhancer drug, to increase secondary metabolites, bacocytes, along with a good quantity of antioxidant. He has shown his keen interest in developing fungus nanomaterials interactions and revealed that nanomaterials enhance the fungal biomass along with soil and plant productivity. Dr. Prasad has more than 300 publications with a total citation of more than 22,700 and with an H index of 75 and I-10 index of 259 to his credit, including research papers and articles, and edited or authored several books. Dr. Prasad has been awarded several national and international awards and serves as a numerous editorial board members, including series editor of Environmental and Microbial Biotechnology and Nanotechnology in the Life Sciences, Springer Nature USS. In view of the contribution in several areas of microbiology, which are of both fundamental and applied value, Professor Ram Prasad's efforts are recognized by AMI in conferring him Fellow of Academy of Microbiological Sciences on 14th of November 2025, signed Professor Namita Singh, General Secretary, Professor Prince Sharma, President. Thank you.
Now I request Professor Naveen Kumar Arora, please come on the desk. And I request Professor S.S. Kawa to read the citation of Professor Kumar.
Well, it's a great privilege indeed. Professor Naveen Kumar Arora, former Dean, School of Earth and Environment Sciences, Babasaheb Bhimrao Ambedkar University, has made remarkable contributions in the field of plant-microbe interaction. He has reported novel strains of plant growth promoting bacteria and elucidated new mechanisms by which rhizosporic bacteria enhance plant growth and control phytopathogens, particularly under abiotic stress conditions. He has discovered unique metabolites by plant growth promoting microorganisms which aid plants during osmotic stresses. Notably, Professor Arora identified novel exopolysaccharides produced by bacteria under salinity stress, which plays a critical role in safeguarding bacterial cells during osmotic stress. By harnessing halo-tolerant plant growth promoting microorganisms, the nominee developed consortia-based bioformulations. These innovative bioformulations have been utilized to restore salt-affected land in villages of Uttar Pradesh, thus leading to significant improvements in crop yields and livelihood status of the region. He has been awarded patent for developing an innovative vegan medium to cultivate soil bacteria and fungi. The nominee has developed a cost-effective and eco-friendly technique for assessing food production by microorganisms. He has supervised 22 doctoral scholars in the field of microbiology. The nominee is the founder, editor-in-chief of Journal Environmental Sustainability and series editor of Scopus Index book series Microorganisms for Sustainability. In view of contribution in several areas of microbiology, which are of both fundamental and applied value, Professor Naveen Kumar Arora efforts are recognized by AMI in conferring him Fellow of Academy of Microbiological Sciences on 14 November 2025, signed by General Secretary and President. Congratulations.
Professor Amita Gupta, please come on the desk. And I requested Professor Lily Ganju to read the citation of Professor Amita Gupta.
Good evening, everyone. It's a pleasure to read the citation of Dr. Amita Gupta. Dr. Amita Gupta is professor and head at the Department of Biochemistry of University of Delhi. She is director, Delhi School of Skill Enhancement and Entrepreneurship Development, University of Delhi. She is also director of the Center for Innovation in Infectious Disease Research, Education and Training at University of Delhi. She completed her master's and doctorate in biochemistry from University of Delhi. Dr. Gupta has carried out seminal research on infectious diseases that has led to numerous international publications and international national patents. She has been felicitated with several awards, including Visitors Award for Innovation by Honorable President of India, Innovative Young Biotechnologist Award of Department of Biotechnology, Ministry of Science and Technology, Government of India, Indian National Science Academy, INSA, Young Scientist Medal, Shakuntala Amir Chand Award for ICMR, and Young Scientist Award from the National Academy of Sciences, India, Society of Bioanalytical Chemists and Indian Science Congress Association. Dr. Gupta works on developing recombinant antibody-based novel diagnostics and therapeutics for infectious diseases, including tuberculosis, COVID-19, HIV, and others. Currently, her group is developing a molecular assay for detection of drug-resistant TB. She is also working on the two-component system of toxin-antitoxin loci in Mycobacterium tuberculosis. In view of the contributions in several areas of microbiology, which are of both fundamental and applied values, Dr. Amita Gupta's efforts are recognized by AMI in conferring her Fellow of Academy of Microbiological Sciences on 14th November 2025 and signed by President Professor Prince Sharma and General Secretary Dr. Namita Sen.
Now I request Professor Surjit Kumar Das, please come on the desk. I request Dr. Meenakshi Prasad to read the citation of Professor Das.
Very good afternoon to all of you. It's my pleasure to read the citation of Professor Surjit Das. Professor Surjit Das has distinguished marine microbiologist whose pioneer research has advanced the understanding of marine microbiologic biofilms, environmental biotechnology, and bioremediation. Currently, a professor at the Department of Life Sciences, National Institute of Technology, Rourkela. He obtained his doctorate degree in the marine biology with microbiology applications from the Center of Advanced Study in Marine Biology, Annamalai University, Tamil Nadu, India. Professor Das is the Young Scientist Awardee of AMI in 2009 and also received the Endeavour Research Fellowship by Australian government for postdoctoral research at University of Tasmania. With over 17 years of post-PhD research experience, Professor Das has explored marine microbiological diversity across coastal and mangrove ecosystems. His work focuses on understanding molecular and genetic regulation of biofilm for development of biofilm-mediated bioremediation technologies. Professor Das has published more than 150 research articles, 12 books with H index 62, I-10 index of 139, and 11,688 citations. He has completed 12 sponsored research projects, guided 15 PhD students in complement and currently completed mentored 11 doctoral researchers. He also served as editor for several international journals, including PLOS ONE, iMeta, BMC and Microbiology, and Frontiers in Marine Science. In recognition of his global impact, he was listed among 2% most influential scientists since 2021 by Stanford University. In view of the contribution to several areas of microbiology, which are both fundamental and applied value, Professor Surjit Das' efforts are recognized by AMI in conferring him Fellow of Academy of Microbiological Sciences on 14th November 2025. Thank you.
I request the students at the back side kindly maintain decorum. It's just next 10 minutes we're about to close this ceremony. Maintain the decorum by the time, and the volunteers on duty kindly take care that everybody maintain the silence at the back.
Now I request Professor Naveen Kumar Gupta, please come on the desk, and Professor Meenu Sharaf to read the citation of Professor Naveen Kumar Gupta.
It gives me great pleasure to read the citation of Dr. Naveen Gupta. Dr. Naveen Gupta is Professor and Head, Department of Microbiology at Punjab University, Chandigarh. He is recognized for his expertise in industrial, environmental, and molecular biology. He earned his PhD from CSIR MTech and Punjab University, Chandigarh. His research contributions span the development of enzyme technologies for industrial applications, bioremediation of industrial effluents, and the utilization of seafood waste. He has published extensively in journals of national and international repute with an H index of 29 and I-10 index of 43. He has successfully guided 22 PhD scholars. His intellectual property portfolio includes 3 granted international patents and 3 granted national patents. He has served as a PI for 16 research projects funded by different agencies like DBT, UGC, DST, CSIR, and DST UT Chandigarh. Several technologies developed in his laboratory are currently undergoing industrial trials. He has played a pivotal role in translational science into societal benefit by collaborating with Chandigarh administration and the Municipal Corporation Chandigarh to implement projects with direct public impact. His consultancy engagements include collaborations with Municipal Corporation Chandigarh, Nano Shell USA, AAR BEE Healthcare, and many more. He has been serving as the Secretary of the Association of AMI Chandigarh unit since 2015. Under his leadership, the unit earned the Best Unit Award for 8 consecutive years. In view of the contribution in several areas of microbiology, which are both of fundamental and applied value, Dr. Naveen Gupta's efforts are recognized by the AMI in conferring his Fellow of Academy of the Microbiological Sciences on 14th of November 2025.
Now, thank you to all, and then congratulations all the winners, and we hope so next year many more will conferred with the fellowship as well as awards. Now, over to you.
Thank you, ma'am, and congratulations to all the awardees who've been getting the award by the AMI today. As we approach to the conclusion of the meaningful gathering, it is now a time to express a gratitude to all who made the event possible. May I kindly invite the organizing secretary, Professor Nabil Ahmed, to deliver a vote of thanks on the behalf of organizing committee. Please join me welcoming Professor Nabil Ahmed on the dais for concluding remark on the words of appreciation.
Alone we can do little, and together we can do so much bigger. A famous quote by Ms. Keller. A very good evening to one and all present here. Honorable Chief Guest, Professor Ranjit Sinha, Guest of Honor, Professor Das, Founding Chairman AMSc, Professor R.C. Kuhar, President DBUU, Mr. Sanjay Bansal ji, President AMI, Professor Prince Sharma, Vice President Dev Bhoomi Uttarakhand University, Mr. Aman Bansal, Vice Chancellor Dev Bhoomi Uttarakhand University, Professor Ajay Kumar, General Secretary AMI, Professor Namita Singh, respected dignitaries on and off the dais, distinguished member of AMI, delegates, speakers, and my dear colleagues. It is indeed a matter of immense honor and privilege for me to extend the vote of thanks on the behalf of organizing committee of the 66th Annual International Conference of the Association of Microbiologists of India, AMI 2025, hosted by Dev Bhoomi Uttarakhand University, Dehradun. Today marks a historic and proud moment for our university as we welcome eminent scientists and academicians, entrepreneurs, and young researchers from across India and abroad under one roof to celebrate the spirit of microbiology. I express our deepest gratitude to our honorable chief guest and guest of honor for graciously accepting our invitation and inaugurating this event. We take this opportunity to convey our heartfelt appreciation to the Association of Microbiologists of India for giving us the opportunity to host this prestigious annual gathering. Your guidance, trust, and encouragement have been our constant source of strength. Our heartfelt thanks to our Honorable President, his visionary leadership and constant motivation in making this conference into a reality. We also extend a special note of thanks to our academic and industry partner as well as our funding agencies and supporting agencies like DBT, DRDO, CSIR, ANRF, and UCOS for their generous financial and technical support. To our distinguished plenary, keynote, and invited speakers who have traveled long distance to share their knowledge and experience. A heartfelt thanks to all our participants and delegates representing diverse disciplines and institutions. We sincerely hope that AMI 2025 provides you with a meaningful collaboration and memorable experience. So no event of this magnitude can succeed without the dedicated teamwork of several individuals. I extend my appreciation to every member of organizing committee, the faculty coordinators, and our student volunteers who have worked tirelessly day and night, planning, coordinating, and ensuring that every aspect of this conference runs smoothly. So as we now move forward into the coming days of the scientific sessions, let us carry with us the spirit of collaboration, curiosity, and innovation that defines the scientific community. These next few days are an opportunity to exchange ideas, build partnership, and spark discoveries that can shape the future of microbiology. With these words, on the behalf of the entire organizing team, I once again extend our sincere gratitude to everyone who made this event possible. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. With this, we come to end of an inspiring and an eventful first day of the 66th AMI Annual International Conference and Research Conclave. Thank you all for your enthusiastic participation, engaging, and memorable contribution. The collaboration, innovation, and exchange witnessed today set an excellent foundation for what lies ahead. Tomorrow, day 2 promises more dynamic scientific sessions, keynote lectures, workshops, and networking opportunities. Highlights include technical symposia on microbial research, panel discussions with international experts, and special interactive session for early career scientists. We look forward to welcoming you for another enriching day tomorrow. Wishing everyone a pleasant evening and see you all tomorrow for the day 2 of the conference. Thank you everyone. Thank you so much for being such a patient audience. I would also like to announce that at 6:30 p.m. we have dinner for our participants. We have 2 food courts. As you can see in your kits, you have coupons available for the food court. with the venue specified. So the student and the scholar participants are requested to move towards Ayurveda food court, which is just the food court in front of the HM, School of Hotel Management, that is food court number 2. And the faculty participants are requested to move towards the Ayurveda food court, which is food court number 1. So I request you all to kindly carry your iCard and your food court tokens from tomorrow, as well as in today's session also, because you'll have to submit those food court tokens on the counter outside the food court. Thank you so much.
With this, we end with today's session and look forward to see you tomorrow, same time, same place at 10 o'clock. We're starting with the sessions and the different panels. And we're looking forward to see you tomorrow. By the time, good night. Take care.